Good morning and welcome back to Darwin. This morning we're going for a ride down to Dundee Beach. So the dry season is upon us. So we've got a really nice day, a few clouds about. Now the issue with going down to Dundee or Cox Peninsula is that we've had a very big wet season. A lot of areas got flooded, a lot of road damage. However, everyone is out trying to fix these giant potholes, and as you can see here, some fairly horrendous damage. You would not want to hit these at speed. So you can see the extent of the damage here. So they've got the crews out trying to fix these. So you need to be very careful, especially on a motorcycle. If you're hooking along at about 100 k's, you might be at a bit of strife if you hit one of those. Alrighty, this is the turn off to go down to Dundee Beach. If you continued on, you'd go round to Cox Peninsula, which is where Mandorah is. So we're going to head down towards Dundee now. Quite windy actually, and that's why my tank bag was sliding around. It's just held on by magnets, so I might have to get a couple more magnets or a bit stronger ones to hold it in place. Now I've just come down through the back of Palmerston down Finn Road before I went past Berry Springs. So yeah, it looks like they've done a bit of patchwork, so you need to be careful. It's a beautiful bright day though, it's not too hot. Now I put this Puig screen on a few weeks ago, and it's working quite well. As you can see, it's got the smoky tint, which is good, and it's taking the buffeting off my upper body. However, even though I've got the mesh jacket on, I'm still getting a little bit of ventilation through, so it's quite ideal. In years gone by, this road down to Dundee was quite treacherous, and would be flooded in a lot of creeks, but probably over the last 10 years or so they've done all the upgrades, so a lot of people do like to come down this area to go fishing. Alright, so we'll just round up Bob and Marge here, who are heading down to Dundee Beach with the caravan. And on our right, if you go in there, you've got various places like Crab Claw Island, Bino Harbour area, which is where a lot of people like to go crabbing. Righto, some amazing termite mounds just dotted in the bush that you can see that we've just gone past. Alright, now as you can see, a little bit of inattention, and I've just run off the road there, but luckily it's an adventure bike. The brakes aren't overly good, but it was fine. I had plenty of room and I was quite lucky there. So a small mishap, an embarrassing one. Alright, so we're just heading into Dundee now. I'm just showing a fair bit of the ride in, just so people who may have lived in this area or visited this area can see what it's like. So it looks all nice and dry now, but pretty much from New Year onwards there was so much rain, the place was underwater most of the time. And that, of course, with traffic still driving on it, is what caused the road damage. So yeah, a lot of people do live in this area. There's schools, there's a little shop. They've got the power on these days. You don't necessarily need a generator, although some of the bigger blocks do. People will come for a visit, for a day visit or an overnight stay like myself. So if you're right into the fishing, that was a good pothole. Luckily I saw that in time. So yeah, you can hire dinghies down here. You can arrange to go out on the charters if you have a secret spot, or if you want to do overnighters. There are various places you can go as well, and you can do helicopter tours. You'll see the choppers come and go quite a bit. They may be doing a pub crawl, or they may be doing a heli fish tour. So all that's available. Not too far from the caravan park and the lodge is the helipad. Well, still nice and green in this area as we cruise in towards the beach area and the boat ramp. Now this is the new lodge that has been rebuilt, and so is the caravan park just on our right here. So I think the check-in is just down this little road. Still fairly quiet this time of year, and this is midweek. Alrighty, so that was easy check-in, and we've got a nice little spot here in the grass. Not too many people about. Now I'm just doing the voiceover here, so the microphone on the GoPro is not too flash. So yeah, she's fairly empty, and I've got my little ensuite here. There's 4 in this block, and it's lockable, so I can put a fair bit of my gear in there. So yeah, the bike's done really well. I'm way overloaded, so I'm just testing out a bit of camping gear here. So I've got way too much stuff for an overnight camping trip. So yeah, this is all quite nice, and I was very impressed. Beautifully clean, got the shower in there, got the Dundee. So it's obviously been cleaned this morning, I would say, because they do get a lot of bugs down here. Alright, so we're just going to set up the tent and everything right in this spot. So I've got plenty of space around me. So I'm testing out my new second-hand Vanga tent. So I put down a ground sheet first, just in case there's any moisture or whatever coming out of the ground. Alright, so we'll go for a bit of a cruise around Dundee. There's not a whole lot to see other than the boat ramp. You could go along the beach, but not on this bike, we won't. So a fair bit of cloud there, and we just might get a nice sunset peeking through that gap. There it is. So this is, the government spent quite a bit of money down here to put in this boat ramp and a protective barrier, a groin here, so it makes life a bit easier for people putting their boats in and out, especially for the charter companies that bring their customers down every day. So yeah, plenty of room. Okay, that's the brand new lodge or pub on the left. Might duck in there a little bit later. And they've got a little convenience store just here near the fuel bowser as well. We just go for a bit of a ride down these dirt roads. Not sure if they've been graded or maintained since the wet season. Yeah, they're not too bad. So as you can see, there's power poles right along this area. That place would be pretty handy if you just want to walk over to the pub. Okay, we'll just have a look at the frontage here. This is where all the action happens. So this is as you arrive, you've got the fuel bowsers, little shop there, and of course the pub. So some people have brought the little buggy down for a beer. So yeah, plenty of room on this side has been cleared for all the vehicles and their trailers. Absolute tons of room even on a busy day. So we're heading towards the sunset now. Plenty of birds around. Plenty of wallabies too, which is good to see. Wallabies are a bit skittish, so if you try and get too close to them, they just hop away pretty quick. Alrighty, so we'll go back to our little camping spot. Looks like the tent stayed up, which is good. Okay, so I've just walked over towards the lodge. So a really clear morning now. Had a nice beer and pizza in at the lodge last night. Enjoyed that quick sunset between the low clouds there. I've got my bike all loaded up, ready for the home journey. So we'll just have a quick walk around. Looks like this little convenience store has been rebuilt as well. So with these fuel trucks coming down here, not saying that they damage the road, but you know, in the wet season, probably just cause a few potholes. The various companies that you want to go out on a fishing charter with. A few photographs on the wall of the pub here from years gone by. You might be able to see what it looked like before they put in the boat ramp.
What are you riding? Sorry? What are you riding? The Suzuki VStrom.
Okay, here's a pretty good photo. A couple of tractors. And that's how they used to do it. Get some pretty amazing wet season pics down here with the lightning and cloud formations. So the inside part is all air conditioned, so good comfort, but there is a nice outdoor veranda bit. This tree has been here a long time, and I'm pretty sure there was a little spa or pool directly in front of it where those people are sitting at that table. Pretty sure that's pretty much where it was. So yeah, really nice, quiet, relaxing spot. And as you can see by the sky, a pretty amazing day. It's coolish, so just under 30 degrees. I think this might have been part of the original boat ramp. Not 100% sure. Doesn't look like it's been used for a long time. So yeah, it's good of the government to finally spend some money down here and recognise that fishing is a pretty important part of the lifestyle in the Northern Territory. Whether it's locals or visitors alike, they want to come down here and try and catch a barramundi or a jewfish. Alrighty, time to head home. Really pleasant ride. Just have to keep an eye out for the potholes. It's only about an hour and a half back to Darwin, so we'll take it nice and easy. Very little traffic. Alright, so we've just turned onto the road to head towards Berry Springs here. Might be a bit more traffic with people driving around to Mandorah and the greater Cox Peninsula area. It's great to see all these termite mounds on the side of the road. They're everywhere in this area, and they will go right down to Lidgefield National Park. I'm sure most people who have visited that area would have seen the very large one, 2 or 3 metres tall. Alright, so there's a bushfire on the left here. Just slowed the vision down so you can see the flames. I don't know if it's part of a burn off. Now there's a couple of giant kites here, or firebirds as they are commonly known. They're a bit reluctant to get out of the road, so he just missed me and I ducked down in readiness. I thought he might have come through the screen. So yeah, we call them the firebirds because they will move a burning stick to keep the fire going. Alright, so a bit more road work this morning. Look at the damage there. Wow, a lot of patches have gone onto this section, which will be fine for the dry season, but I'll be doing it all over again come next wet. I'm not sure if that river would come over this bridge, but highly likely given the road damage. Alright, well thanks very much for coming along for a bit of a ride out this way. I quite enjoyed it and fairly relaxing just to get out of Darwin City for a little bit. So thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you in the next video. Bye for now.